Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I edit my Instagram pictures and my YouTube thumbnails. I've gotten a lot of questions from you guys asking me how I edit them, how I add text, how I add certain things. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I do it. And just to start off, the three apps that I mainly use for both my Instagram pictures and YouTube thumbnails are Lightroom, Fonto, and PICS. So if you want to skip to like a certain part of this video, just drag your cursor along the timeline on the bottom of the screen and you can see which part of the video is for my Instagram pictures and which part is for my thumbnails so that you can skip to the part that you want, and the timestamps are also in the description down below. Now let's just get started with the video. So for today's video, I'm going to start out by telling you guys how I take and edit my Instagram pictures, because this kind of leads into how I edit my thumbnails for YouTube. So for my Instagram pictures, the first thing I do is obviously I take the pictures. So basically what I'll do is I'll take my phone, just like my normal phone. I don't usually take them on my camera, and I'll set it up with the forward camera facing me. So like when I take my Instagram pictures, I do not take them with the front camera, kind of like the selfie, I guess. I do not take it like that because it is a lower quality than the front camera. So I set the phone up somewhere like leaning against something, and then I take the pictures more like this so that this camera is taking pictures instead of this one because it is a better quality. And I usually will have somebody either take the pictures for me, or if I'm by myself or I'm taking them with people, I'll set up my phone and I'll set it up as a video so that I don't have to go back and forth and clicking the camera button. It's just way easier. So I just turn on a video, start recording, put my phone up on something, and just start posing in front of the camera. This can look a little bit awkward, especially when people are just like walking by, but it is such an effective way for me to take my pictures because they just turn out better, I feel like, than if I were to keep like going back and clicking the timer and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, basically I just pose for as long as I want till I get all the poses that I like. Then I just go to my phone, stop the video, and I just like run through it with the little like thing in photos. I don't know if that makes sense, but you're seeing it on the screen. So basically I'll just go through the screen recording and make sure there's at least one photo or pose that I like, and then later I'll go through and I'll screenshot all of the little parts or photos that I like and I would post on Instagram, and then obviously I'll crop the little like black part out on the top and bottom, and then I will go into the app Lightroom. So the app Lightroom is free in the App Store, and I keep it in my editing folder on my phone. It looks like this on the top left, so I'll just click it, and I have edited so many pictures with this app. You can literally see in the top left corner I have 542 edited pictures on here. Lightroom is literally so helpful. So then I'll just go down here in the bottom right corner, click this like plus image button from camera roll, and most of these will be blurred out because they are my personal pictures. I will not be editing like a real Instagram picture here. I'll just do it for an example. So I'll just take this picture of Kona. So once I have my picture in here, you can see there's so many options to choose from on how you want to edit it. I personally have saved presets, so you just scroll all the way to the right and click presets, and I have a ton. I make these all on my own. If you guys want a separate video on like how I made my presets and like what's in them, I guess I can definitely do that for you guys. Just comment down below. But these are the ones that I have saved, and basically if I'm editing a picture and none of the presets really look good with it, then I'll just edit the picture all on its own without a preset. So I'll just apply all the settings right there and then I'll save that preset. So I'll do that with this one just so you guys can see how to save a preset. So let's say I want to change the lighting a little bit. This is like a bad example on how I would edit it, but this is just for the video. And then I maybe want to change some of the colors, make them darker, lighter, all that kind of stuff. So let's say I like how this preset kind of looks. I'll click the check mark at the top, and then it'll save to all my other photos. I'll click it again, and then I'll click the three dots in the top right corner, and then you can see all these options, and you're going to click the create preset, and then you're just going to title it. So maybe I'll title this one Pup, because my puppy was in the photo. Then I'll click done, check, and then it'll say that it's added to my presets. So I reset this photo, and now I'll show you guys how to apply a preset. So like I said, when you get into the photo, scroll all the way to the right, click presets, and then all of your options will be here. Like I said, these are ones that I've made. So I'll find the one that I made like 2 seconds ago, and they're ordered alphabetically. So I'll find pup, and it'll just apply it for you, and then you can save it to your camera roll. So basically, once I get an Instagram picture in here, I'll go through my presets and pick the one that looks the best, and then I'll put that preset on every photo that I'm going to post, or if I'm just going to post one, then obviously I'll just put it on that one, and then I'll just save them all to my camera roll. Then once I'm finished with that, I'll just go on Instagram and post the pictures. So basically my Instagram taking technique, I guess, is pretty simple, and it doesn't take too much time. So that brings us into my next part of the video, which is how I edit my YouTube thumbnails. So I actually take my YouTube thumbnails a little bit different than I do my Instagram photos, but it's pretty much the same process. process. So basically, while I'm filming a video, when I'm finished filming it, then I'll just take a separate clip on my camera of me posing for the thumbnail. So it's gonna look really, I guess, kind of stupid when you watch it back. But basically, I just pose with something in my hand if I need to, or I'll just pose smiling at the camera or whatever for a couple seconds, and I'll make sure I'm actually looking into the lens and not the viewfinder. And I'll just literally pose there until I get enough poses where I think there's gonna be a good one in there. So once I get that done, I'll just stop the clip and then import all the clips from that video onto my computer. There will be a video coming up soon on how I edit my YouTube videos, so make sure you guys look out for that one. But once the video clips are on my computer, I find the one where I was posing for the thumbnail, and then I airdrop that to my phone. And the reason I do that is because airdrop is kind of like texting a picture, but it does send in a better quality, and you can only do it obviously if you're in a certain distance from the two electronics. So for me, airdropping has really helped the quality of the photo be better. So once I get that clip on my phone, I will do what I do with my Instagram picture videos, and I'll just go through it in my camera roll and screenshot all the parts where that would look good as a thumbnail. And then once I screenshot all of my options, I'll go through them and kind of pick the one or two that I like the best, and then I choose the best one from there. If I can't choose the best one, or if I like them both, then I'll go to a family member, a friend, or I'll ask my Instagram followers which one you guys like better, and that really helps me decide. So once I do get the picture that I like, I'll go into the app Lightroom and I'll literally do the exact same steps. And if you guys skipped to this time of the video, you did miss the part where I kind of showed how I edited on Lightroom. So if you want to quickly go back to that, this is the time you're going to want to go back to, and then just come back here when you're done. So yeah, once I get my Lightroom preset all figured out on that picture, I'll save it to my camera roll. And then this is the part where it kind of changes depending on the thumbnail. So if it's a thumbnail where I'm just going to add text to it, or if I'm doing like a collage of photos with text, then I'll just go into the app Fonto. But if I want to do one of those like white outlines on the thumbnail or like draw on it, then I go into my iPad onto the app PICS. So first I'll show you guys what I do on PICS on my iPad. So I have the iPad Air 4th generation in the color sky blue. If you want to see any of my iPad related videos that I posted so far, they will be linked in the description down below. I also have the generation 2 Apple Pencil. But basically what I do is my photos are connected from my phone to my iPad, so I don't need to airdrop the edited picture for my thumbnail onto my iPad. But once I get onto my iPad, I'll go into my editing and drawing folder, and then I'll go into the app PicsArt. PicsArt is a great app for you to add stickers, to draw on it, and so much more. It is also free, I believe. So what I do when I get into the app is I click the plus at the bottom, and then I find my picture from my camera roll. I think I'll just use the same one that I have of Kona. So once I have that picture in here, if I want to outline it in white, I'll scroll down here to draw. I'll make sure my brush is on size 10 and the opacity is at 100, and then I'll make sure the color is white. And then basically what I do is I literally will zoom in and just outline everywhere where I want it to be outlined. You can do this on your phone, but for me personally, it's way easier to do it on my iPad because I can do it on a bigger screen with the Apple Pencil. Obviously, I'm doing it a little bit messy right now because I'm not doing it on a flat surface, and I'm doing it kind of fast for you guys. But yeah, so I'll just go through the photo, just kind of outline where I want it to be outlined, and it'll end up looking something like this. This is obviously super messy, but I'll outline it and I'll save it to my camera roll. So yeah, once I get that saved into my camera roll, then I'll either go to Fonto on my iPad or on my phone, depending on what I was using before. So if I didn't add any of this drawing stuff, then obviously I'll be on my phone. But if I did add some of the drawing stuff, then I'll go to Fonto on my iPad. I'll show you guys how I use Fonto on my phone just because it is a little bit easier. Not because it's on a phone, but it's just easier for me. I don't know why. But basically, here I am on my phone. I'm gonna go into the app Fonto. Fonto is a free app. This is what it looks like when it opens up, but I click the camera icon at the bottom, plain images, and then just the white box. For color, I just pick like a red or something just so I can see the difference of the actual like canvas or like template, I guess I'm putting the picture on versus the background behind it, because the white kind of blends in and then I don't know where I need to center it. So I just click apply, and then I click the little like custom dimension thing up here, custom, and then I type in the dimensions. So the dimensions for the YouTube thumbnail is 1280 pixels by 720. I actually don't know if it's pixels, but I'm pretty sure it is. So once I have that, then I'll click the save button and I'll just click use because I don't need to save it to my camera roll. Then I click the three little dashes down here, add image, and then I'll pick from my images. So I'll pick the Kona one, obviously. So it'll add it here and I have to resize it and stuff. Obviously this one doesn't really fit the template, but if I do tilt it to a 90-degree angle, then it'll pretty much fit. I just have to resize it. So So basically, when I get my image in here and I resize it, I make sure that you can't see any of this red background color because then you'll see red in the thumbnail on YouTube. So I'll just keep resizing it. Obviously, sometimes part of the photo will be cut off, but that is fine. So once I get it resized enough, then I move it down a little bit so I can see which part of the photo will be cut off. So then I can make sure that I get the part that I really want, kind of like this. Then I click the screen and I click add text, and then basically I'll just type whatever I want on the thumbnail. I don't really know what I'm going to type for this example, so I'll just put my puppy, and then I click done. Here's the text, you can see it here, and then obviously I'm going to edit it a little bit. So recently, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've changed my thumbnail style just a little bit. So for the text, instead of just doing like plain white or something, I add color, and most of the time it's going to be like a hot pink. So I'll click style, stroke, I'll bring the red all the way up, and I'll scroll here till I find this dark like hot pink color. I'll click style, I'll bring the alpha all the way up, the blur all the way down, and then I'll bring the alpha a little bit down too, because then it's a little bit like see-through. Then I'll turn up the X and the Y to 30 so that the drop shadow shows up a little bit more. And then I pick out the color for the drop shadow, which is going to be a lighter pink. Click done, and that's how it looks. Obviously, you can resize it to make it bigger. Sometimes I will give it a little curve either that way or this way, and then you just move it to where you want it to be. So let's say I just want it to be about here, and maybe I'm done now, so I'll just click save image. Then it should be in my camera roll, and it's right here. So once it's saved into my camera roll on either my phone or my iPad, I'll just airdrop it to my computer, and then I'll have it there to put on my YouTube video when I'm ready to post. So yeah, that is basically it on how I edit my Instagram photos and my YouTube thumbnails. I hope this video was somewhat helpful for you guys. And again, if you'd want to see like a Lightroom presets YouTube video, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell down below to be notified whenever I post. I post every Tuesday and Friday at 8 a.m. PST. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!